Hello and welcome to Unverified. I'm your boy Simba, aka Swizzy IV, and as usual, I'm joined by three of my beautiful boys. Today we have Connor, aka Conflict Strat, on the microphone. And then, of course, we have Isaac, aka Mechanic Gamer, joining us on this fine day.
Good evening or morning or whatever time it is for you. Just good.
And last, but most certainly not least, we have Simi. But you may know him better as Tamago2474.
Hello. What's up, people?
How you guys doing right now? You guys good?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
I'm
Pretty solid.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you guys all wearing shirts at your desk? This moment?
I am. I'm wearing a blue t-shirt.
Blue t-shirt.
This time, yes.
Branded?
This time, yes.
Bruh.
What do you mean this time, Isaac?
Listen, okay. I'm not going to say any further than that because we're recording right now.
This is part of the incident, isn't it?
You see, Isaac, I don't think it would have been weird, but the way you've now said that, it sounds like you're hiding something.
I'm hiding many things, what they are, only known to me.
I feel like at this point it would be just better for you to just say, because now it's suspicious. It wasn't before. Now it's suspicious.
I think he secretly just records with us topless, and we just never know.
Listen, okay, didn't we agree not to kink shame, guys? Didn't we agree not to kink shame?
That would be a weird request. Can you record a podcast with me?
It took how long? A minute and 10 seconds.
Fantastic. Goddamn, we've broken the podcast.
We have one goal.
There's no coming
barring
back.
this one. All right, no. Barring this, we're not doing it again, guys. I promise this is going to be a safe episode that you can listen to
Safe
with
for
your
work.
parents.
Listen
All
to
right? If your parents are at home, call them in right now. Promise you this will be a safe episode because we can't do this 3 times in a row because then that becomes our brand.
3 times in a row it becomes a pattern and like that's not okay.
Yeah, we can't do that. But yeah, no, so, I don't know. You know, sometimes you just want to chill, with your shirt off, just no reason, just cause. I have to be careful though because across from my window is my neighbors. Like they're literally across, and like so my windows look directly into their windows. So, they can, so oftentimes,
Right.
and it's the parents' room. So oftentimes they can see me.
No, Simba, do it and stare them in the eye. Power move.
I feel like standing in my room with my shirt off while staring at the mother of those people across the road might count as like some sort of harassment.
Potentially.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'll let you do that, but not me.
The neighbour's house isn't opposite my window, so however, I might do that next time window cleaners come to my window and try to clean.
You want to
my
harass
window.
the window cleaners?
Listen, okay, Simba. The window cleaners in my area, like, we don't ask them or book them to come. They just come, jump over our fence, and then grab their ladder and start cleaning the windows, then come another day and ask for money. We don't... It's
That would
more
make
of a
me feel very
break-in
safe.
than cleaning windows.
Yeah, do you know what that's like?
feel
That's like when your car's stuck in traffic and then people come in the road and try and clean your windows in the car. That's
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
just the house version
Yeah.
of
But
that.
you can't move your car. You can't move your house is the problem. Like you can't pick it up
Yeah.
and move it. Well, you can, but
That's not a really common thing around in the UK though, right?
no,
Like,
not our
doesn't really
buildings.
happen.
Not really.
It's not that common, but I do have. It's happened a few times when I was younger. I feel like they cracked down on
Really?
it because I haven't seen that happen in the past like 10 years. But when I was like younger, I would remember it happening quite often. Actually,
When we drove, like entering this area, there was people doing that. Actually,
you know what?
it?
Holy crap! It actually happened the last time I was in the car. Literally, like 3 days ago, even 2 days ago.
Bruh.
In the car, we were on the dual carriageway. This woman, while we're at the stoplight, this woman is walking in the middle of the road. I'm like, is she okay? She comes up to our window, and I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Was she trying to clean the windows, or was she trying to? She was just asking for money. She was just asking for it, but she was standing in the middle of the road, and I was like, "Yo, that is risky."
that is the exact same, bro. That is literally the exact same.
And it was a minimum of a 40-mile-per-hour road, minimum. So I'm just like, why would you do this?
You gotta give them money at that point. You know, it's kind of like I feel like at that point they earned it. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Here's a dilemma, right? Here's a dilemma. I was in the car with my sister, and I already knew I didn't have any coins on me. You know, we're kind of moving into this cashless society. Plus, that was the first time I had left my house in like 2 months anyway. So it was like, bruh, okay, I definitely don't have cash. And my sister wasn't sure she had, well, not cash, but coins either. So she was like looking, and all she found was like 7 pence in pennies. And so the dilemma was, do you give the person who's in the middle of the road begging 7 pence, or do you just reject them? You know what I mean? Because it's like, what's more insulting? Just saying no, or opening your window and you give them 7 pence?
7p. It's more disrespectful, and it kind of feels more disrespectful. But is it not worse to let them walk away empty-handed?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
People tend to explain when they hand over the money anyway, as well, in some case. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
at
you have
least
time
you
to
can
explain on
kind
a
of
40 mile
explain.
per hour road.
Well, I mean, you're
No, it's
stationary
true.
though. Like the light's there. Just say like literally, I don't have anything else.
I mean, even then, but when you say that, like, you can tell that most of the time people highly doubt that that's the truth. So I'll still give them the 7p because
7p is a very specific number.
I'd rather them, be disappointed for getting 7 pence, but still have a 7 pence, rather than leave with nothing and be disappointed. Like, I had a time where I was leaving like Euston Station because I was coming home for the holidays, and I literally had no coins on me whatsoever, no money at all. And like, there was a dude who was coming over to me. He had just gotten out of prison and was like asking for money. Like, he like seemed pretty genuine. So I was like, listen, okay, I don't have money, but there's no money in my bank account because I'm a student, so I'm broke and I've only just ordered an Uber, so I wouldn't be able to withdraw money for you anyway. So I'm just going to give you my Oyster card. This is literally all I can give you. I'm sorry, my Uber's literally about to.
As a curious student, I feel like it should always just be, he probably had more money than you did.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, so you mentioned that he said he had just gotten out of prison and that he needed money for the bus. Is that what you said?
I don't even remember why.
But he had just gotten out of prison. That's what he said.
Yeah, he
that
literally
legit
had the ankle
happened
bracelet.
to me as well. I even made a video about that. Someone asked for money and they said, yo, I just got out of prison, and they said they needed it for the bus.
Yeah, Simi, did he have the ankle bracelet on?
Isn't that the guy
I
who
don't
yoinked
know.
it from you?
Yeah, he took it. He just took it.
Wasn't it like you gave him like £2 or something, and then he was like, you saw like a $5 or something in your wallet?
Yeah,
and
and he took it. And it was like, sorry, mate, that's not allowed. So I took it back and he got really angry. And if you want to know more about that, watch the time I kind of got mugged on my channel.
Yeah, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
I've had a similar thing. I think,
That's
what was
ridiculous,
it?
actually.
I was somebody came to ask me money for me on the train, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, all right, cool. I went through my pockets. I was like, what do I have? And I was like, oh, I've got actually I have some change. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll give him like this 50p or whatever. And then he looked at me and he saw like I had a £2 and he was like, brother. And I was like, bro, what do you mean? And I was like, bro, I just gave you money. I was like, oh, all right, whatever, take the £2.
Right, so you gave him the £2 in the end.
Yeah, I gave him the £2. He was nodding at the £2. I was like, come on.
You know what? That means his strategy works. Strategy works.
It didn't work. Yeah, because he guilted me.
Yeah, Simi, to be fair, it makes sense that would work more than him just yoinking it out of your wallet. Because one is guilting you into it and the other is just kind of like a crime.
Yeah. Yeah, if he yoinked it out of me, I wouldn't have felt in the wrong, but I'm like, all right, I don't really need this £2. I just wanted it. But so you can have it. But yeah, if I was a student, that man wouldn't even have got the 50p. I would have been like, sorry man, I'm broke.
If you're a student, that £2.50 is like, if you go Tesco's, just Tesco's really bad minute rice, you can get like 5 of those. So yeah.
Yeah, bro, 250, bro. That can last a long time.
Like, that's 50p off a meal deal.
Seems to last longer than you are right now, Simba. Jesus.
Like life gets
Life gets short.
Oh man.
it's God's trying to kill me. I don't know what I did.
Guys,
I don't know what I did wrong.
Subscribe to, get Simba new organs. Like this video to extend Simba's life.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I will live forever.
Every like's an extra year.
I'm not sure about that.
Please don't like too much.
Like, keep it civilized.
Would you guys ever want to live forever?
No.
See, I'm mixed on this because I thought about this a bit because, like, obviously everyone around you will die. However, I'm kind of interested to just, like, at least from a spectator's perspective, just to see how things change on a grander scale.
Are we assuming that, like, there's a point where you stop aging, or are you just gonna be some old mofo,
Just wrinkles.
some 400-year-old raisin?
No, you're not going to turn into the chocolate dude from SpongeBob. I'm assuming that you will at least have some level of vitality.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, because, like, if you, like, do just constantly age at that point, are you even really living if, like, you just need, like, a stupid amount of hospital equipment to, like, keep you going and you can't really experience anything? Then Like at that point, what's the point of even continuing to live forever?
I feel like that's a deeper question. That's a question way too deep for this podcast. I feel like that's above our pay grade, Isaac. Let's go back to basics. Hey guys, have you heard about people gatekeeping on Twitter? We can do that.
Heard about it. I thought that's what Twitter was.
Yeah. The gates.
Twitter is the gates. No, there was a more that happened again recently. Some guy was gatekeeping anime. Of all the things to gatekeep.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought gatekeeping anime was standard, honestly.
Was it? I don't know.
Within recent years, I feel like it's decreased because of just how easily accessible it is. But
I'm gonna say so much content as well, right?
There are still quite a few hardcore people who like swear by their waifus from 2001 era. So
see, but are they like subcategories of anime though? It's not just anime as a whole, right?
No, I've never heard people gatekeeping like specific anime genres.
Yeah, it seems like with the anime community, they're like, you're either like here completely or not at all. Like, you either have to, like, there are literally some people are like, there's this checklist. If you haven't watched all the things on this checklist, you're not a fan. And it's really stupid.
It's in the way you phrase that, you made it sound like you have to commit like a blood oath.
That's what sound, honestly.
Oh, that's what they're expecting.
like Simba, did you see this first actual tweet where like it was kind of...
I did see it. Basically, we're referencing some dude on Twitter was gatekeeping, basically saying if you watch like Naruto, Demon Slayer, My Hero,
basically
all that stuff,
the like highly popular animes,
you're not a real anime fan.
I feel like anime is like one of the most heavily gatekept things, because when I think of things and gatekeeping, I think sports. Gatekeep, like, people generally consider, women aren't into sports, so they gatekeep that. And so when a woman says she likes, football, prove it. What freaking gaming is another one. And then I feel like anime. I don't know what else what else do you think is gatekeeped like that?
K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's easy.
Yeah.
When you said anime was the most gatekept thing, I was like, no.
Yeah.
That is true. That is very true.
I understand why like the gatekeeping happens, because if you think about the stuff that people gatekeep, barring football, because football's always been popular, but people are stupid.
Yeah.
It's usually stuff that used to be like super niche, and oftentimes it's stuff that was niche, and people usually got stuff that people would get made fun of for liking.
I mean, Simba, also on top of that as well, I feel like part of the mentality behind gatekeeping is that, so obviously when the community is smaller, like, it feels like more of a content is tailored to you, and so people might gatekeep because they're like, oh yeah, if it gets too big, then since there's now a wider audience, they're going to have to pander to the quote-unquote mainstream audience, and so it will be less of what they like specifically in that thing.
That's more the mood that I would take with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like that's happened a lot with video games.
Yeah, games are going through that a bit, actually.
Yeah, I guess when you tie so much of your identity to it as well, it can feel like when new people come into it, it can feel like, oh, no, they're not real. They're not real. They haven't been through what I've been through with this entertainment property. So it can become a lot more personal.
Well, I feel like as well, I feel like sometimes you can feel a new disconnect. Like, I imagine this happens a lot with like YouTubers and YouTube communities.
Yeah. Especially because when you get to that point as well, it's more advantageous to, rather than doing what the original niche like people want you to do, to like just do what the mainstream people want you to do what the bulk of people want you to do to grow, just because that is now the majority of your audience. So
yeah, that's literally what happened to Fortnite, isn't it? Because it started off as the tower defense, and it had like a very dedicated group of people that liked playing it. And then Battle Royale came out. I bet the people who are really into the tower defense freaking hate the Battle Royale.
Almost definitely, right?
Almost definitely, yeah, definitely.
You know what? I can actually speak on this from the perspective of like being a YouTuber. Because I feel like being a YouTuber has become very popular nowadays, to the point where having a YouTube channel is almost akin to just having a Facebook account. It's like, oh yeah, everyone has one. Honestly, I've always been the kind of person where it's like, whenever I saw someone from school working on a YouTube channel, even like all of your guys' channels, I was so happy, because it's like, yes, my friends are joining in. My friends are joining in and making videos. Like, I liked that. But then it gets to a point where literally everyone's doing it, and you're like, oh crap, like anyone can do this. Oh, I feel less special. But it's one of those things where it's ultimately just good, because it's more content being made, more creativity being shared, and I don't know. I kind of like that everyone can hop in and make stuff. But I do get that experience of you had this thing that you thought was kind of your thing, and now a lot of people are considering it their thing too, and so it feels less like your thing. But it's just one of those things. It's like, well, you share in it.
I feel like you hammered on like an interesting note there about like feeling special. I feel like that's a really big part of it, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it just depends on like, to a good part, like how much you like identify yourself like with that thing. So for example, for me, like I watch anime, as you all know, and I've watched a frankly stupid amount of anime, but I don't really like even see myself as an anime fan. I just see myself as a guy who happens to like anime.
An interesting point you said there, Isaac. You said that you watch a lot of anime, but you're not an anime fan. For context to that,
I wouldn't call himself an anime fan.
He wouldn't call yourself an anime fan. For context of that point, Isaac, how many animes?
835 Simba.
Okay.
Soon to be
835 animes, not episodes.
No, separate animes.
Isaac, what makes someone an anime fan?
To me, I would say it depends on that person. If that person's willing and calls themselves an anime fan, then they kind of are, because only they can really say how much they identify with it and how much it impacts their life. Because, like, say for example, I, have watched that many anime. I literally have no anime much whatsoever. I can't justify the purchase of figurines. I can like go, oh yeah, that anime merch is cool from a distance, but can't justify buying it. Like literally, I went to Comic-Con with Anime Society. I only went to Anime Society once because I can't bring myself to go to that just because of like differences. Yeah, because Simi, like Anime Society is literally exactly what you expect it to be. It's a bunch of like 20-something-year-olds sitting down in a lecture hall and watching a few episodes of anime and then discussing that. And like I just find that kind of
you went into it. That's
boring.
Fair.
That's social. Is that not social, Isaac?
Maybe not his type of social. Not what he wants.
I mean, Simba is. It's just because it's only anime which they talk about. And that just kind of leads to... Yeah, but that just kind of leads to... Like, I don't know, I just find it very uninteresting when people only seem to have, like, one thing about themselves, and that kind of is Anime Society in itself. Like, I'm a member of Nintendo Society, but, like, we do so many things which isn't, just Nintendo. Like, some of my favorite conversations from there are people talking about Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, bro.
How much they paying you, bro? Like what's your rate?
Okay, so you would say like you enjoy anime as far as like you like watching it and keeping up with the series, but you are not interested in kind of having it be an entire thing for you, right?
Like your identity sort of thing. Right?
Yeah.
Basically, like,
I get that. I would still call you an anime fan. I just wouldn't call you, like a hyper fan or whatever.
Is there a point at which it doesn't matter what you want to call yourself? You have just pushed the threshold where whether or not you like it, you are in this. You're a fan of this thing.
See, Simba. The thing is, I want to agree with you. However, the question then becomes, where do we draw that line in distinction? Because
I don't know where we draw that line. All I know is that you've crossed it. That's all that I know.
Fair. But Simba, like the thing is, you're talking about that line existing kind of then leads to the conversation of the whole thing of people going, literally. Oh no, you're not a fan of this because you haven't met this criteria.
No. See, here's my thing, right? So you can call yourself, I feel like you can call yourself an anime fan at some point. I'm saying that at a certain point, whether or not you like it, you have become one.
Okay.
So I feel like if you watch like 4 or 5 episodes, like, I'm a fan of anime, I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever, right? But I feel like after a certain amount of episodes or shows watched, whether or not you want to address yourself as one, you are one.
Right. So like there's a person can call themselves an anime fan at any point, but there's a point where you can't not call yourself an anime fan.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I mean, Simba, the thing about that though is at the same time, like with the gaming example, I'm not sure how much that works because you like that implies that once you're a gamer for life because you have these hours, whereas
now I'm becoming less of a gamer. Right? I feel like if like after a while you watch less or you play less, you can start to be like, no, I'm not really a gamer anymore or an anime fan. Like I feel like I'm becoming less of a gamer for sure. And maybe at some point I probably just will. I don't know where that line is. But But I feel like at some point I'll be like, yeah, I'm not really a gamer. I probably don't even play enough games now to be considered a gamer, to be fair, because I don't play games very often.
Yeah, see, simple. The thing is, I agree with you. It's just then a question of where do we draw the line, or do we even draw the line? Because that then leads to the whole gatekeeping thing of you want this.
Yeah, forget the line. I feel like it's how you feel.
Well,
you know?
no. See, I'm saying you can call yourself these things whenever, right? But I feel like for the sake of not being delusional, at a certain point, you have become a fan or like an enthusiast of something, right? Like after a certain threshold, you are that, whether or not you want to. You can identify as it, but like you kind of are that.
See, simple. I agree with you. It's just I'm trying to be very careful with my words here because this then brings up because like human beings are stupid, which is the issue with this. So if we imply that there is such a line, then people go, oh, so this is the point where you become a true anime fan or a true gamer, basically. So like, yeah, you can call yourself a gamer beforehand, but you're not a true gamer until you do this point. And like, you laugh, but that kind of is how people
Well, if somebody
are.
takes my words into that, then they're twisting my words into something I didn't say, which makes them
Simba,
stupid.
welcome to
And that's on them.
humanity.
I can't,
Simba, welcome to
I can't,
humanity.
I can't say anything if I'm worried about somebody misconstruing everything
Now you
I
understand
say.
how politicians feel.
I'm not a politician. Fucking, if you want to take my words and use it to be an idiot, that's on you, man.
But yeah, no, I do get what you're saying, and I do agree. It's
That's fair.
Isaac
I
is
do
an
get what you're
anime
saying, and I
fan. Confirmed.
Oh, definitely. What?
Confirmed.
Yeah, Isaac's definitely an anime fan.
No, guys, I can stop whenever I want. I ain't no fan.
Of course. Sure, man. Sure. There's nothing wrong with being an anime fan.
Simba, because then I get categorized with the others.
Oh, well, you did it. You did it for me. I was about to throw you in hot water and you jumped in on your own. What do you think of the anime fandom, Isaac? And I guess we can throw this to everybody, but I'll start with Isaac.
Simba, there's a reason why I don't go to anime society. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Cool. Everyone else from the outside view, I guess. What do you guys think of the anime fandom?
I mean, I don't know much about them, to be honest.
Same, unfortunately.
Yeah,
God,
I didn't really think they definitely are passionate, but I don't see. You know what? One thing that interests me is that the anime fandom really kind of clusters together and really identifies with this in a way that other sorts of shows don't. Like, you don't really see a live action drama fandom, cartoon fandom, and I don't understand why.
I think it's that thing that happens when something's initially a niche, where you kind of, for this kind of small group, and especially when it's a niche and something that people have usually been made fun of, the communities will usually kind of band together because it's like, it's just, this is all we have. It's like, there's such a small amount of people we can talk to this about. We have to it kind of forces that to become a community.
True,
you know what I mean?
but
So
with other things, it's so
there's-
mainstream.
It's so mainstream that there's no need to try and build a community around it, because before, building a community around it was like it was kind of integral to even watching it, because that is what kind of forced companies to start actually making sure there was more dubs for things, bring out more shows.
Simba, with anime even more so, because before, like, there were dubs or like subs or anything, like fans who knew how to speak Japanese as well as English would have to go through the shows, like download it and then sub it themselves, going through each episode, subbing it and then put it up. Whereas, like, you know, now it's just so like, yeah, they kind of had to.
I feel like that's why like gamers cluster so much together. Like gamers are like always on the defensive because they spent so many years. Like they're always being video games always being targeted.
Actually, yeah, to just kind of like make it so other people can understand. Yeah, anime fans are very much like gamers in the fact that, like, as someone who's inside the like gaming community, see me, like, you'll see, like, you know, how like different fandoms and even within fandoms, people argue, people fight, people complain about, oh yeah, this game's the best in this series, no, this game is, I hate this game, I like this game. But then as soon as someone goes, gaming causes violence, everyone just kind of goes, no, bad. Stop. And then
anytime someone has like criticism about like video games as a whole, they congregate and they
and that's kind of the same with anime,
just
where
somewhat
people can go from
admirable.
And that's kind of the same with anime, where people can go from having literal waifu wars, yes, people literally argue about who the best girl is in an anime, and we've got, like, there's an entire story about an anime called Nisekoi, but I'm not going to get into that, to, like, actually going, no, anime is good, where everyone's banding together.
Did this dude say waifu wars?
Yes, that's
Next on wife.
Simi.
I have no idea.
I know what the title of this podcast is.
Simi. I wish I was joking. I wish I was exaggerating, and I wish that like this was all line up. But no, there was an anime called Nisekoi, which like I remember like I was even into this anime as well, and kind of almost fell into this. But like on the time we were on Skype, basically,
Get a confession.
and me and Harry were talking, and we both watched this anime. We were both really. No, me and Harry both watched this anime. We both really enjoyed it, and so we started talking about it. And then we started going, "Oh yeah, so who's your favorite character?" And we both said different characters, and it was just like, "Oh."
That sounds like the start of like a Caleb City video.
But yeah, man, I really like the new character. It's like, it's like, what did you just say?
You like her, bro? She's trash.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Fandoms can sometimes make it, and this is from like a middle ground perspective, because I'm kind of I'm a bitch. I'm like a middle ground in every area of my life. Yeah, I know.
This dude sleeps in the middle of the bed.
No comment. I find that fandoms can make it sometimes really hard to get into stuff.
Yeah, they're a bit off-putting sometimes, aren't they?
They can be. Like I've had this issue. I have this issue with gamers. Yeah, I know I've said it. I had this issue with the anime fandom, and I have this issue with listening to Korean music.
I agree with everything.
Or the holy trinity of fandoms.
Of course.
Yeah, and I feel like it makes it really hard. Like for me with anime, right? Like there's very few people that I would talk to anime with who wouldn't make me want to reconsider living after having some discussion about anime.
Right.
Simba, just to clarify, am I one of the exceptions?
You are one of the exceptions.
Okay.
By the way, you are one of the exceptions. Because when I talk to Isaac about anime, it's usually about writing and like character and storytelling. So it's like interesting. But like if you go to like the comments section of whatever, never. If you ever watch an anime, never
don't read the comments
section. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
I do it every time to be entertained, but just seriously, don't do it. It's not a good thing.
That's just a life pro tip. If you enjoyed something, if you watched something and I was like, oh, that was fun, don't bother with the comments. There's no need. What's
For real, honestly, don't do it. I won't lie though. I actually find YouTube comments tend to make things funnier.
They do. They do. That's true.
Actually, sometimes
YouTube comments actually, I don't know what happened over the last few years, but they've gotten funnier.
So for me, that varies from like actual YouTuber to YouTuber, but in general, yeah, I do agree. YouTube comments are typically more on point now, but everything else,
yeah. It seems all the people who used to be funnier on Reddit moved to YouTube, and now Reddit sucks. Yeah. Simi, you like being in fandoms? You're a big fan of fandoms?
I'm trying to think. Have I ever been in a fandom? Because I don't think I've never really communicated on a forum about like something I like.
Big wins right there. What do you guys think of stans?
First off, here's what I want to say. A lot of people seem to think that stan is a play on the word fan, and it's not. It's not. It comes from Eminem's song Stan, which he did with Dido. It's a very good song. I really like the music video, and I just want people to know, if you don't know, it came from Eminem. I'm not even an Eminem, I don't ride for this guy, but at least give him his props, right? That's where the phrase comes from.
Give him his credit.
Yeah, give him his credit.
Yeah.
Generally, a stan is just another word for fan. Like, in terms of how people actually use it, they just mean they like something. Yeah. But when you have an actual, stan that is like the Eminem stan, where they just keep freaking trying to... that's obviously just a stalker. And that's not even a new thing. That's always been there. So you kind of gotta.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like stans and fans are different.
In terms of actual definition, they are. But when someone calls themselves a stan, they pretty much just mean fan, in my opinion.
No, Simi. When someone calls themselves a stan, they do just typically mean fan. But when someone calls someone else a stan, they typically mean that they're going over the top. It's like a thing of depending on who's using it, referring to who, because.
Yeah. I feel like usually when people are referring to stans, they're usually referring to the more hardcore fans of someone, right?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deal with having a stan. If I saw people fan camming me, I would exit the internet.
You'd exit the internet.
I would. I'd delete whatever I saw it on and leave.
You could mobilize a unit to take over Canada.
Bruh.
Yeah, or I could say the wrong thing and get like my arm torn off so that someone can sell it on Craigslist.
No, if you have stands, they'll defend you. You can't say anything wrong.
It's true.
I don't
Your
know,
word
bro.
is law, Connor. You are their god now.
That is true. It's like, I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter that I'm wrong because I can make it the truth.
Do you know what always
Conrad.
gets me? It's with stands for like pop stars and boy bands, I get that. But now we're seeing stands for like these Minecraft streamers. Like I'm seeing this. What's this? Obviously, Dream is a big one. You have this dude Tommy in it now.
Tommy in it. Yeah.
Every time he
That's fairly
streams,
legal.
he's trending. It's Tommy trending, and I'm like, yo. And I go in his stream, and it's him playing Minecraft, and I'm like, he's doing the thing that I thought he was doing, but it's like
He's doing
Yeah,
it's
literally.
It's like,
it's,
what
he's simply
else,
playing
though?
Minecraft, and I don't know what it is, and it's like, wow, okay, Jesus, like, no hate to Tommy, shout out to Tommy, but I don't understand necessarily. Like let me put it in context. This dude has like, I don't know, 200,000 people watching him live, and then I'm like, what?
It is a bit weird, and then it's kind of like, I tried to look into that at some point because I was curious, because like the first time I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. I thought XQC like pulled in a lot of people. This guy has like double, and he's just playing Minecraft. What the hell did he do? And everyone's just like, oh yeah, just from because he blew up on this popular YouTube videos. Like, I was like, that doesn't mean shit. Not for that many people live. Like
a lot of
a
people
YouTube video can't just do that.
I mean,
Surely.
my question is like, okay, I don't know much about him, but okay, he gets that many people, but how does he then keep them there? What's he doing to make the people not leave?
Play Minecraft, bro.
Twitch.
Play
It's
Minecraft.
weird, though.
To be fair,
Minecraft. You play Minecraft. He's like, come on.
the whole SMP thing is huge. The survival multiplayer. I finally freaking memorized what that stands for.
It's not hard.
No,
I'm
like
not
legit,
sure how
every
much
time
that
I would
adds to your
see
life,
it, I
but
didn't
sure.
know
Two
what
words.
it meant. I was like SMP.
Let's go.
I was like
Two
freaking
words.
Stingray Minecraft plays. I don't know what that was.
Three words.
Minecraft.
Yeah, the upper Minecraft plays.
But like for real, like this whole survival multiplayer, and I get it because you have all these YouTubers and internet personalities collabing. That's why Among Us was so popular, because collabs you never thought would happen were happening, and so it's really exciting. I remember when there was an SMP, a new one that happened last month, and I was just looking at everyone playing. It had Jax Films, it had Markiplier, it had freaking Crank Gameplays, it had all these different YouTubers who I didn't even know streamed. Freaking Jax, what's that dude? Gus Johnson. I think his like sketches are hilarious. But I'm like, I didn't know this guy streamed. Now he's playing Minecraft. Yeah, with the SMP people. I'm just like, yo, this SMP stuff is crazy.
I guess, like, is there like some weird algorithm glitch on all these websites that's just making Minecraft pop off like crazy?
No, I think it definitely is the collaboration aspect.
You think it's just that? But
Nah, because he's bigger than the person that brought him into the server.
yeah, Tommy's like massive on his own. He's
Like-
huge.
Like, that just doesn't even make sense. It's like, I don't get it.
Simple. If it was just on YouTube or just on Twitch, like I would say maybe there's something in the algorithm. But since it's like everywhere that Minecraft is just blowing up and being ridiculous, I don't necessarily think that they both have the same glitch in the algorithm.
True. The odds there, the
Yes.
probability. Although Dream might agree that the probability is on our side.
I vaguely get that.
But like that's us. This group of people is just like, oh, a reference about a thing that happened. Yeah, I kind of understand.
Yeah, I get that. Oh yes, that reference, I know that.
Yeah, that's wild.
I heard vaguely about that kind of.
Oh yes, Stream,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that person.
Like I bet like everyone listening is just gonna be like, oh yeah, Tommy in it, man. Yeah, bro, it makes sense. And they're just gonna understand.
Yeah.
It's just us. This podcast
like,
is just
huh?
like,
We just
of us
scratching our
just
heads.
being out of touch.
Legit.
Every time, bro.
Yo,
Every single
speaking of
time.
being out of touch, yo, Simi, you've been making TikToks, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
You in it?
I spent today making TikToks. Like, that's what I was doing today. I literally, do you know what? I know exactly what triggered it. Yesterday, before my stream.
Twitch.tv/TimeGo2474.
It's true. That's the one. Visit it, please. Follow. I'm trying to reach 10,000
Watch
followers.
Simi get rickrolled. It's been clipped now.
It was clipped. I got quick detail. Yeah, I got rickrolled. I was doing Reddit Mondays, and I was disappointed that there weren't that much submissions on my subreddit. So someone was like, "Oh, I real quick made one," and I was like, "Oh, thank you for making one." I clicked on it. I was rickrolled. I was fooled. I was
This man was rickrolled in 2021.
And rickrolled.
Yeah, I'm actually falling for it so freaking easily. Whatever. Fair play to the person who rickrolled me yesterday. But I was thinking, I was like, yo, what else can I do? And I was like, yo, I have this TikTok, and TikTok is, it's a platform that people like using, and I feel like I could do some stuff on there. So I was like, okay, let me do a TikTok. And I was just thinking, and I was like, okay, I could record this TikTok where I make fun of Android phones. I literally have an Android phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy, and I made fun of the Samsung Galaxy front camera because I was thinking this front camera isn't as good as like what I've seen from the iPhone camera. But obviously it's not that bad. So to make it look terrible, I put lotion on the camera and like smudged my camera with lotion. And then I recorded a TikTok like that. And then, I was like, okay, I'll record some more. So I recorded a couple. I only recorded like 2, but I've edited my videos, a few of them, into some TikToks. I've made like 8 or 9 of those. And I'm going to be posting those.
That's interesting. How do you find that, I guess for you, Simi, that kind of battle, knowing that all these social media platforms are about quantity and trying to find the balance between doing that, but also bringing stuff out that is of quality? Is there ever like a difficulty for that between those two?
There's definitely a difficulty, and there's something that I've kind of grappled with over my years doing this. And right now I've reached a point where with my YouTube channel, I don't worry about the quantity. I just try and make my videos and they come out when they come out. My sort of consistency right now comes from my other avenues. So you'll see me on Twitter fairly frequently. With the Twitch, I'm trying to do that every weekday, so that'll be another place where you can find me frequently. So yeah, these are like the other places where you can find me on a more regular basis. With my second channel, I'm just posting clips. Like if I ever make a TikTok, it goes up there. Stream highlight clips go on there. So I'm creating all these other ways where you can see my face a lot, so that I don't necessarily have to be posting on my YouTube main channel all the time, and I can focus on making like my best stuff for that. And early days with that kind of process, but I am liking it so far. So yeah.
But guess what? I think this one was pretty safe for work, guys. I think we did
it, guys. Good job, guys.
Okay. Good job, everybody. We did it.
Right.
Let's go.
Someone ADR clapping into that. I wanted to finish. Someone ADR clapping into that. Yeah, good job, us. We did it. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. Sorry for the last 2 episodes, but we're back now.
We apologize
back to normal.
deeply.
We fixed it.
We've just been down bad. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. It was Valentine's Day. So what do we can expect from us? Yeah, it was Valentine's Day like last week or something. So yeah, but thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, go on the iTunes or whatever, leave us a 5-star rating. Trying to beat Michelle Obama's podcast, so I'm gonna need those 5 stars.
Oh yeah,
that's not gonna happen. Listen, okay, if you're listening to us over Michelle Obama's podcast, switch.
Bro,
no, don't do that.
Don't do that. Come on now.
Don't do that.
Unverified is
Simba,
better.
I feel like they'll gain more from listening to Michelle Obama's podcast for hours.
Have you listened to Michelle Obama's podcast?
Yeah. Is Michelle Obama going to teach about the anime fandom?
Exactly,
Didn't
bro.
fucking think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you really need to know about the anime fandom?
Maybe you do.
Maybe you do, bro.
Maybe you do. And now they know. Michelle Obama's not going to give you that info in Weeb. We had a whole Simi told you about social media. They gave a seminar. He should be charging $5.99.
This should be a masterclass.
It's true.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I'll start one.
I was going to say Danny DeVito, Martin Scorsese, like Martin Scorsese. So give us those 5-star ratings. Follow us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Unverified. And tons of videos on the channel to watch. Too many videos. If you've never watched any videos on the channel, that's like a whole week of your life just gone. If you want to follow us on Twitter, keep up with us and know when we release stuff like this podcast, then you can do that there. I don't think there's anything else to add. Streams every Friday, of course. Stardew Valley at the moment. We're also kind of playing
Ew.
Far Cry 3 at some points. So that just happened. And I think we're going to continue playing that at some point. So both of those games, if you're interested. You guys have anything else to add?
Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on TikTok.
Unverified SMP1.
Verified SMP, that's not happening.
You heard it here, folks. Simba doesn't like. I was going to say quality content, but no.
Stan Unverified.
Stan Unverified. You can stand Unverified, just don't stand me. I don't
Yeah,
want people
don't
trying to
stand
find
me
out where I live.
personally.
Stan Connor. Just Stan Connor.
Yeah, Stan Connor's the one who wants to be Stan, so yes.
Stan Connor.
All or
Stan
nothing.
Connor.
All or nothing. All or nothing.
No. Just Stan Connor.
No.
Just Connor.
Yeah.
I mean,
have to
Connor
do
is the
that.
best member of Unverified, so you stand him in
He is
particular.
he's the funniest member of Unverified.
Like, look, see,
That's
like
a
as
sad
soon as
state of affairs.
as soon as we get him on, like, look, see, we have a safe for work episode as soon as we get him on.
True. Wait,
He's our-
wasn't
he's
he
our
in the
beacon.
freaking... Yeah, bro. Like,
Actually, no, that wasn't the real Connor. That was a fake Connor.
right, that was
Who
Connor
was
with
in
a
our-
K.
Who was in our Doorknob episode?
Me.
Was Connor there?
Wow, I remember that.
Yeah.
episode.
Well, Connor
pretty
was
sure
in
it
the Doorknob
was.
episode too. So yeah, maybe that's not true, Isaac.
I think it was at least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was.
yeah, Isaac. I don't think that's true, but
Uh,
yeah. Well, anyway, see you
It's
guys
okay,
later.
just-
Peace out.
see ya.
Stay safe.
It is.
Yeah, and stay wherever the government's telling you to stay, unless they're like a evil government. You figure it out. You're a smart person. See you later.
yeah. Bye.